Okay, hi guys. I'm so sorry for being very, very absent. I'm going to try to give like a very short rundown of what's going on with my beautiful orchids. Here we go. I'm going to start with the easiest part of first things first. Out of the way. I have the keiki. It's in the same pot with the same medium, and there are one or two new roots, and this one is extending further out because it was these are in bloom. It's been in bloom since the summertime, and none of the leaves have dropped, and still in its same medium. And this orchid is from the orchid arrangement I have been talking about a lot, and it just wasn't working in that medium, so I took it apart and put it together in this pot with sphagnum moss and bark, orchiata bark, and it's been really flourishing. So I found that it has a basil keiki right here. I'm not gonna like grab it, and I'm going to vaguely zoom in. So we have blooms, and my goodness, it has a lot of different what is it called, secondary spikes, and we're going to be getting plenty of flowers. The second keiki, which is the older one, and it's doing much better. It has two solid chunky roots, not really chunky but kind of chunky. And this is my gorgeous, I want to say it's Limelight. That was what the sticker said. So it's the Limelight Phalaenopsis orchid, and it only has 3 leaves. And I saw, I think it's the Orchid Whisperer, who said that when you have only 3 leaves, it's probably best to cut the spike off and let them grow more leaves. But I kept it because I'm so happy about having new roots. This Phalaenopsis is a big lipped, or like a moth orchid, and it's in I don't think it's coconut husk. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll figure out later. And I didn't water it enough, and it got pretty dry. It got dehydrated, but it had really, really good roots. So I was really happy about that. What is it called? Cymbidium. I've freaking repotted it like 12 times. I'm exaggerating, but it's been a lot. And I finally put it in leca, in a terracotta. I think that's called a terracotta pot. And it's standing up. Finally. We'll see. It's not doing very well. The roots are okay, but if you look at this like little black part, I'm praying for it to come through. There's lots of root growth, so I'm really happy about that. And we'll see how it goes. This is my Dendrobium, and it has lots of root growth. I put it in leca as well, and I put it in this new terracotta pot, and I'm hoping that it'll do well. Like I said, I have my mic, so I can't pull out the pot for you guys to see, but we have a lot of canes that are growing in, and we have good amount of root growth. This one is not doing very well. We only have 3 leaves, and one is not going to make it. And we've got lots of root growth. This is one that was outside during last summer, and it had lots of roots. It was just really growing. And I decided to use this, I want to say it's a 6-inch or 8-inch pot, and it has a lot of, this would be considered a lot of ventilation, so it needs more water. Often it needs more watering, and I just have not paid a lot of attention to them since like probably beginning of the holidays last year. So they've been doing okay. They've been fending for themselves pretty well. This is my water culture and my Miltoniopsis. I recently put it in Leca as well, and it's really grown a lot since I bought it last year. I can't remember when I bought it, and it was starting to outgrow its pot, and I thought it was potted in moss. It did have some perlite, and it was mostly potted in bark. So I gave it a new home in a bigger pot, and I think if I water it more, it will be doing great. And there's been great root growth. It took a lot to get the bark off, and you can see that there's the leaves have been wrinkling. It's been wrinkling a lot, like most of the time, but I think it's been starting to straighten out now that I've repotted it. So we'll see how this goes. I guess those are bulbs. I'm not familiar with Miltoniopsis or like Cymbidiums or really Dendrobiums. They're new to my collection, so I'm starting to like get familiarized with other species than Phalaenopsis. I feel like I graduated from that. These are the last 2 blooms from this set of, well, the spike, and this one has been really flourishing. The roots really have grown nonstop, and it's just really doing well. These are my water culture, and they are doing pretty good. I cannot zoom in to save my life. Okay, so this one was not doing well, my Vivian Sogo, and I have some good root growth. You can see the new root, and you can see other roots that are, I think it only had one touching the water, so now we have like 2 or 3, I think 3, and we have I'll do a separate video, like a clip, probably like a short, on the rootless orchid that has just been hanging around for 2 or 3 years, and you can't really see it because the glass, but it had like a lot of roots, and all of a sudden they fell off, and now we only have 1. I know you can't see it very well, but we have air roots, but we lost a lot of roots on the bottom. So this is the other one from my orchid arrangement, and it's in bloom also. It was losing roots due to the stress, but it's doing really good now. I was clipping off the dead stuff, and it's doing really great. I think these are going to be white blooms, and as you can see, these are pink blooms. So this is my other orchid that has been really hanging in there. At one point I didn't know if it was gonna live, but it did. It's made it through. I think there was 2 roots and one of them died, and as you can see, we have an extended root just hanging in there. And I decided to not refill new water in the water culture collection. I've just been refilling it. Like, I don't dump it out and put in new water. I just refill it with this really nice what is it called? What is it? Watering pitcher. I got it from Target, so I like that it has the very thin spout, so you can pour water in. More, what is it called? I can't think of the word. It's morning time, so forgive me. I did get new grow lights, and I really like how they have. I could put it across the bottom of this shelf, but I don't, because it would be so close to the Miltoniopsis. So yeah, I rearranged my orchid supplies because of my daughter. I just try to keep all of the chemical stuff in this box. I have perlite and leca. Sorry, I can't really get in there. But I also have river stones and some black river stones, and see some white pebbles down in there. I'll show you the supplies in a later video. So this is the other part of my collection. I have like what is it called? It's like a divider for the kitchen cabinets, and it holds on to, it usually is for plates or bowls, cups. So look at my little collection of tiny toys. My daughter loves the they're like tiny spheres or just eggs or something like that, and there's these little toys like Barbie or My Little Pony, and when you unbox them, there's a whole bunch of like tiny parts, but she just loves it. Anyways, these are my humongous or just large water culture in really nice vases. This one is dirty, but I decided to bring it out and put like what is it called, like jeweled beads or whatever. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So this one, it dropped all of its blooms, and this one just rebloomed, so it's like that speckled freckled purple color. And this one has been really doing well, but it hasn't bloomed yet. I have this one is looking good. It has some good air roots. I know it's blurry, but I'm trying to get this in quick so I can get you guys a update. This one, my humongous waterfall orchid, is in spike, and I'm so excited because it's just really a big orchid, and I've been waiting because it's been doing so well. It's got like a really good amount of leaves, and it's been really growing well. The roots were really like chunky and luscious, but they kind of got dried up. In this area, I would think it has better humidity, but you know, because it's at 38%, and but winter, you know, it's turning into spring finally, and it's been a hot one, a really crazy winter this year. And I'm gonna conclude this video now, and you guys have a great day. I hope everyone has a good morning, because it's about, what is it? It's like 9ish, 10ish. So, bye.